Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a finale and an intro for you for my project polish. I tend to do this every time because oftentimes there just isn't that much like interesting wise to happen to make like a full finale and then a full intro. I feel like that are going to be 2-minute like updates each, so we're merging them together. Starting off finale side first. I was still working on 3 polishes, these 3 right here, and I did finish off the Essie nail polish in Lilacism. I did that one first because I just felt like wearing this one the most, so I was wearing it the most, which makes complete sense. Yeah, I did really like wearing this. It has taken me forever, as you can see from the markings, to get through this, but we did it. So very excited to have one of the bigger bottles out of my collection again. The Essie bottles, I always forget. This one is 15 mils. I think China Glaze is just about topping that. Oh no, 15 mils, 14 mils, even though the Essie one looks smaller. So really happy to have that one out. I did enjoy using it. It's an interesting shade, and I think the pastel ones are always like, this works in springtime, the pastel shades of course. Summertime it's still like a nice, fresh, vibrant enough shade, but also in wintertime the pastel shades to me are very much a shade that I would gravitate towards, because especially this one, like, it's cooler tone, so it's kind of like in that snow cold vibe as well. So that's that one. I did finish that one off. It has taken me a long time, but we did it. Secondly, I'm just going to start with all the good news. Beryllium Coral. Also, this one is done. This one was harder for me to actually finish because it got quite goopy towards the end, which meant I had to put in drops to thin it out a little bit, which then would make it more again. So every time I used it, I felt like I barely was making any progress. But right now, kind of like the balls are sticking out above the little bit of liquid that's still left in here. It just isn't enough. It wasn't nice to work with anymore. So calling this one quits. And also this one has been in here for a good few updates. I've been making some nice progress every time I've used this though, although like the last little bit of the month, like I loved using this in summertime, I loved using this in fall. Not as much of a winter shade for me, even though I'm wearing an orange sweater as well. But yeah, I was not as excited to use it anymore towards the end, but I used it a couple times more to roll it out. Like, that was motivating enough for me to make sure I still made a few more uses of that one. And then of course we had China Glaze, I forgot the name, Secret Peri-Wink-Le, of course, in here as well. I've used this I think 2 or 3 times throughout the month, and I still really like this shade. It's a really nice, I wanted to say neutral, it's a blue, it's not neutral, but it's not a very bright blue, it's not a very dark blue. It's a periwinkle shade, but you guys know what I mean. It's just a nice neutral blue. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying right here. It works for me. It's like not too aggressive in any type of way. It's just very subtle for a blue. I don't know. I made some progress on this one again, so you will see that in the little close-up that I have. So I've been working on this one, I think pretty much all year. Didn't get through it completely, but will be rolling this one over in my 2023 project to see if maybe this will be the year to kick it out. I think I should be able to kick it out this year. So yes, finale and intro at the same time. But let's first talk numbers for 2022 before I'm fully going into 2023. And I think that's easiest to do with my little wheel right here. So I did finish off 2 more shades. I had already finished this one off, and I had finished this one off, and I did finish off the topper that you can barely see on the wheel, but okay. Which means I finished off 5 shades this year. Yeah, I'm always hoping for more, but 5 seems to be kind of the number that I end up with, and that still includes a topper. So this year I did have some bigger bottles. So I had the China Glaze, I had the Essie one, this one was an Orly one, which are really big as well. And then I did have these 2 right here. One of them I think was a Catrice, and then the very end, which are slightly smaller. So yeah, 5 isn't amazing, but it's still 5 more out of my collection. And since I had about 100, that means it will take me only 20-ish years to go through my whole collection. I think I'm just below 100 now, so maybe it will only take me like 17 or 18 years to go through all of it. Yeah. Still happy to have rolled some things out, and I'm just excited to start anew in 2023, and I will just show you guys what I will be working on in 2023. As I already said, this one goes first, so I still have to actually paint them out, so you will see that in my first update. But this one will be rolling over, so I will keep working on this one in 2023. And then color-wise, this year I'm deciding to go with the smaller bottles just to be able to maybe kick a few more out than just 5 and like bring my number down, keep myself motivated a little bit more in 2023 when it comes to my nail polishes. So I've chosen these two right here. This one definitely something like winter. Once we get to spring, I don't think I want to use this a whole lot anymore, so I'm going to really work on this very hard in the upcoming 2 months basically. There's 7 mils in here, and as you can see from my marking, I've already made a bit of progress on here, so I'm hoping that this one will show progress quickly enough. I have it on my nails right now. It's like a black base with like subtle green shimmer throughout it. So when the light hits it, you can properly see it's a green, but sometimes it looks a bit more like a black as well. Yeah, so excited to work on something like this. I don't usually roll in the really dark shades because they're a bit intimidating, and oftentimes we're too close to spring already. But since I only have like 6-ish mils left in here, I'm hoping I can make a good dent in this over the next 2 months. So let's see if I can actually do that. And as you can see, I couldn't wait to already try it out. We're already on the 22nd. I should have normally filmed this a week ago, but I lost my voice. So I thought it made sense to already start working on some shades from my 2023 project, basically. Then I'm gonna roll in this guy as well. This is a nude polish from Eyeko. Very much like the brand that made those like thick, I forgot what their name was, but like you could use it on your cheeks and your lips. And these were their nail polishes, and this was really a thing like a good few years ago at this point. I have used this a good bit already. I'm about like just above halfway on this guy, and this one only has, well, this is 8.5 mils. Very interesting again, because you would expect this one to have more product than this one, but that's not the case. So already halfway through this. This is just a nice neutral. I think it will be nice in spring. It will be a nice palette cleanser if I ever feel like using one. My memory of this one is that it's not very opaque, which will probably mean that it will move even quicker. So let's see if that is indeed the case. And hopefully this one will be able to, I will be able to knock out fairly quickly as well. This one, even though it's a really dark shade, it's fairly thin. So for some of my nails, I was able to get it opaque enough in 2 layers, but for some of them, it just needed a 3rd layer to, like, it had a few like patches in it that weren't fully the shade that I wanted them to be. So also this one is like a 2 to 3 layer polish, so that will make them move a little bit quicker. For this year, topper wise, I'm deciding to go with 2, but also 2 small ones, so I won't feel as forced to like use them a lot to be able to show you guys progress. This one I've already used twice, and I actually really like using it. Of course, I won't really be using a topper with this one because it's kind of like a shimmer shade. Well, maybe I will if I feel like it. I might be able to top this on top of it as well. This nail polish has like the little like round chunks and then some glitter as well, but they're all multi-chrome too. So this is a really fun one to be using. It's Etos. The name is not very interesting. I believe it's just 005. And this one only has, how much was it? 5 mils in here. So this is a fairly small one as well. It's a topper, so it won't go over really quickly, but I'm hoping because it's only 5 mils, at least I will be able to get through a fair bit of this one in the upcoming year. And then we have this one, which is a lip smacker nail polish. This one has 6.21 mils. And I have already used one of these up before. I got them with a HitCon subscription, which is like a Dutch, like music related, somewhat gossip, somewhat like teenagey magazine that I read when I was 12 or something. This has been around for a long time. So I already finished one of these off completely, and this one I used to really like to wear basically on my bare nails, just whenever I wouldn't feel like wearing something color-like, or this was just really easy to throw on. I think you can use it as a topper as well, but I'm actually curious to see if I still like wearing this as a just put something on my nails type of shade. So we're going to be working on this one. It's already halfway gone, as you can see. So yeah, this was a long enough video in the end anyway. That is what I'm going to be working on. So I've got basically 5 shades to update you guys on, which is more than I normally like to do, but because I have the 2 toppers, I think it's going to be okay. And like mostly smaller bottles, the toppers will likely be in here for most of this year, but that's okay. Yeah, that is it for today. I hope you guys liked watching, and I will see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye.